Like I say every year, I don't know. Things. This year is a little different because every time I said that, it's been because I didn't know if I was going to be traded. Because that's been kind of a theme for the last 3 years. So this year, that possibility it's out of the question. So now it's because I'll be in charge of my future and my destiny, and I have to listen to the different possibilities that I'll have on the table.
What are you looking for during this free agency process?
Well, first it's an exciting moment. I think that I wanted to be able to enjoy and not be too stressed about. Even though at some point I'm going to have to make a decision, and I have to decide where I'm going to play and who I'm going to play with. So it'd be exciting. I look at this as an opportunity, and probably for the first and only maybe time I'll be a free agent where I can choose. And it's exciting. It's nothing that I experienced before in the NBA, so it should be fun.
Are you even how much more refreshing is it to be in that position as opposed to somebody else determining your future these last couple of years?
Yeah, like I said, that's why it's exciting, because it's always been, as most NBA players, all NBA players, under my circumstances, you are exposed to the possibility of being traded at certain times of the season until that trade deadline. So that's part of the business, you understand, but it's still a complicated position to be in when you don't know exactly if something's going to happen, and there's constant rumors of that possibility occurring. So I don't know, and that again, I was talking about it with someone also, and once I sign that contract, I'll be back in that position again. So it'll last very shortly, but at least I will make that decision.
Are the Lakers still on your list, and vice versa?
Yeah, I'm still gonna listen closely to what the Lakers will have to offer and say about the team's situation and position at the time, which today we know what it is today, but we don't know what it's going to be in July 1st. See how the draft is going to play out, who they're going to end up drafting, and things like that can have an impact or an effect on the structure of the team.
You wrote on your website a couple months back that winning a championship or being in a championship situation is your number one priority.
Right.
Considering the Lakers are coming off the worst season in franchise history, from my perspective, wouldn't that kind of make it tough for them to be able to match what you're looking for?
I think it depends. It would be kind of difficult. I think you don't know. We have here, Kobe being healthy, and hopefully Steve being healthier, would have a strong core. We really haven't been able to utilize that core consistently the last 2 years, and that's been part of the problem, I guess, part of the issue. But as long as you have Kobe and thinking that I know he's going to work extremely hard and to be back at the best possible shape of I don't know about his career, but I think he will be in great shape, and I think he will be performing at a very high level. And then you add certain pieces around that core, things could happen and things can go your way. They really haven't gone our way the last 2 years, and but I think at some point that changes. But let's see. I don't know. I have to evaluate each and every option and possibility that I'll have on the table, and trying to kind of put my feelings aside a little, and make a decision where I could fit the best and where I would have the best opportunity in order to, hopefully I go after a championship.
Considering the philosophical differences you and Mike have had over the years, just as far as your role and just how the
the offense is
Mhm.
structured. How much of a factor is his future playing in your decision as far as wanting to be here?
I think the coaching position is always an important position. I think Mike and I had our misunderstandings over this last 2 years, and it's been 2 different years. And I think last year was in a position where Dwight got a lot of attention. The team wanted him to succeed and feel comfortable and pleased enough, so he would resign with the Lakers and stay here. So the philosophy of having 2 big men, low post interior players was very hard to make happen or to put out there for Mike. It goes against his philosophy and beliefs as far as the basketball game goes. So I know it's been a struggle for our team, and we just never were healthy enough or in a position where things could work and click. But I don't know how much it would affect my decision. But I do believe that the coaching spot and the coach that runs the team, it has an important role on the performance of the team. And so, I mean, I guess it would be a factor, but I don't know how big it would be.
Were you comfortable when you found some piece with Antonio playing the way that you wanted? Did you guys find?
Yeah, I think we found a common ground. Because I was more used to, and I always been kind of more used to playing a more under control, slower tempo type of game. But I was open to a higher pace. I think this year I adjusted a little better to it as I played more at the center position, because I was finally I wanted to get myself closer to the basket, whether it was through pick and rolls or through just going straight to the post. The offense is really not predicated on getting the ball to the post or getting. So it's more as a guard-oriented offense, always starting from outside in instead of inside out, which is what I most of the time played with, and I've been very effective with. So I don't know.
When free agency is probably abstract at this point to you, because you can't even have conversations until July.
Right.
Do you have an idea, at least, of how many years you're kind of looking for? Do you see yourself playing 4, 5, 8, 10, 2, 1?
Well, I see myself playing several more years at a high level. I mean, I wouldn't want to really play if I wasn't able to play at a high level. It'd be hard. I think it's going to come that moment where every player has to face that moment. But it'd be hard. Yeah, it's going to be. I know it's going to be hard, no matter what. So I think hopefully I'll be able to play another good 5 years. That's kind of my vision.
Could you see playing 5 years outside in, or would you rather play 5 years inside out?
Well, I think as I get older, and maybe you're not as mobile, as explosive. I think the game is moving to a faster pace. I think every team starts to go small and going smaller and playing that faster pace. The scoring averages, I think, are gone up over the last couple of years, or a few years, and you got a team like Miami that won the last 2 championships, playing pretty small, but also understanding that they have 3 exceptional players. With great pieces around those players, they're role players. But I would always lean more towards, I guess, a more controlled pace, where you try to play smarter and outthink a little bit your opponents. But again, you have to adjust to your personnel, to your pieces. You have pieces that can run and they're athletic, so you have to play to your strengths. What are your strengths? That's what you have to identify. And once you identify your strengths, and be loyal to them and try to get better as you go as a team. So, like I said, it depends. If I would find myself in a team that was very athletic and I would have to run to play, I would make sure I would run to play. So I would try to adjust as always, as much as I could.
Are you feeling any nostalgia, maybe even melancholy? This might be your last day here, one of the last days.
Well, like I said, I felt that way several times before. I think for the last few years, I always kind of kept on my mind, this could be my last day here. So let me try to enjoy it, and let me try to make the best out of it. And that's kind of been my mindset quite often the last couple of years. So this could be my last day, maybe. It's a chance. But I try not to think about it. Whatever happens is gonna work out for the best. I'm very privileged, and I had an amazing career until this point. I want to continue to build on my career and prolong it as long as I can at a high level. So I accept that, and I'm okay with that possibility.
Speaking of that nostalgia, that last Lakers home game, they put you up on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
you received a standing ovation.
Yes.
What were the thoughts going through your mind at that time?
Well, my thoughts are always that I'm so just thankful, and I appreciate our fan support that I've received over the years. Not just when the things were going greatly and we were winning championships and we were in the finals 3 straight years, but also when the people recognized my effort and commitment to the team and loyalty to the team despite everything. I think that's when you most appreciate the support, not when everything is going well and you're scoring great and you're winning championships and everything. Everybody just want to say how good you are, but when things are not going great and you're struggling and then all of a sudden you get hit by vertigo and you can't finish the season, but you're still there with your team and try to be a part of it as much as you can, and the fans appreciate that. I think that's when you really see how fortunate you are and how thankful you are to them.
How are you doing?
I'm doing better. Still not 100%. I still have to do my therapy twice a day, my exercises. I did them this morning. Hopefully I'll do them tonight as well. I think being around the team has helped me do them consistently because we had our guys to help me with it. Now I have to do it myself. I'll go to the clinic that I go to in Beverly Hills and to do it. But so I'm doing better, but still, he told me maybe another week or 2, 3 out to being asymptomatic.
You had other injuries this season. Was everything else?
Everything was good. Yeah, I felt a lot better this season physically. My knees, my feet, my back, everything felt pretty good considering. So I just got hit with respiratory infections a couple of times. Maybe that had something to do with it, with the viral infection that I suffered that affected my inner ear and caused this vertigo. So that was a different thing that I had to deal with this year. Hopefully I won't have to do it again, but you never know. That's what life is about too, adjusting.
You mentioned the direction the league is going. You've seen a lot of teams play that style.
Right.
Even though you bucked against it to some extent these last couple of years,
Mhm.
playing that style here, can you recognize that maybe that made you more versatile and it could give you more options?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'll be able to play center on that style. I wouldn't be able to play power forward on that style. I don't think it'd be a lot harder to do, but I think I can be a lot more effective playing a center in that type of game because I'm not a stretch forward that's just going to sit on the 3-point line and shoot threes. My game is a lot more than that, and it would affect me. It would affect me in ways that it would affect my overall performance and energy and attitude. So, like I said, in that type of game, I fit better in the center position, and I can be very effective and determined on that position.
Wow, Kobe's been really vocal, supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
Has he already started to make his pitch to you in terms of coming back?
I think he has. Yeah, he has. Personally and publicly, I think he wants he's always wanted me to be around, to be with him, to stay here. He values me as a teammate, as a great player. So I always appreciated it a lot. Never took it for granted, and I'm always gonna be very supportive of him. And I appreciate, like I said, his great respect and support that he's shown through also the rough and difficult times. When I was, almost traded, and every time that he's been asked about me, he's always been extremely positive and supportive.
How much does he play a role maybe in your thoughts about this play?
Oh, well, like I said, I have great respect for him. What he brings to the table is extremely unique. Even, I think he's going to come back very strong after having, a season and some dealing with injuries and frustration. I think everything or the only thing that's going to be on his mind in this summer is getting ready and being ready to go. So I know that he's going to be one of the main reasons why I would come back with the team.